It's been 10 years now since the Northfield, a senior community in Fairport, opened its doors. Joining us now, Gloria Harrington, CEO of Family Services Communities, and Leanne Rorick, Director of Operations for Eldersource, a program of Lifespan and Catholic Family Center. Thank you both so much for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We're excited to be here, and I'm excited to be celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Northfield, an enriched housing program located in the town of Fairport.
So if you could, Gloria, why don't you tell people what the Northfield is? As we talked about during the break, there's some confusion as to what's assisted living, what's this facility, that facility. What is the Northfield?
The Northfield is licensed by the New York State Department of Health as enriched housing. Each resident has their own apartment. We provide 3 meals a day, weekly housekeeping, weekly laundry, recreation, case management, assistance with medication, and we have nurses 24 hours a day, 365 days a year on all 3 shifts.
So, but it's not a place a person who needs more advanced care would go to. This is for an independent person still in very good health, right?
Right, absolutely. And what's nice about the Northfield is the apartments that each resident has, as well as we really promote independence, and the services are there when people need them. Residents are required to come to at least 1 meal a day. We have residents who drive, but we do have transportation to take others who don't drive anymore, shopping, to medical appointments.
People want to maintain their way of life as long as they can, right?
Absolutely, and residents bring their own furniture. They can decorate their apartments, so it really looks like home, and it is their home.
And Leanne, Northfield is not the only facility like this in Rochester. How many others are out there, and are there enough options for seniors who need to go into something like this?
Great question. And there are many, many facilities and homes. We like to call them homes instead, just like Northfield. And there are options. Luckily, we're kind of resource rich here in Monroe County, believe it or not. There are options all throughout the county. So someone who maybe lived in Fairport their whole life and needs a little bit more support in order to maintain independence, and I think that's an important piece to talk about. You know, the residents who are moving to Northfield may need a little assistance, but they still want to maintain their own independence in their own apartment and may just need that little added support, but maybe want to do it in Fairport, maybe where they have always lived. So we're fortunate that there are communities just like Northfield throughout the county.
And I'm sorry, just real quick, is this an expensive option for families?
Well, yes and no. This is primarily a private pay option, and this is one of the things that we talk to people about at Eldersource. This is a difficult level of care for some people to afford. You know, rates can begin at around $3,000, and that may be a little low, and that's a per month option that includes some of the support that Gloria mentioned. Some people can afford that, some people can't. We tell people, look at what you're paying for now. Are you paying for taxes and utilities and maybe lawn care, your groceries? Sometimes it's comparable, but for some people this is not an affordable option. I think that's worth mentioning today.
So for people who want to know, there's a lot of options and a lot of help for people to determine what is appropriate for them, especially if they're in the process of deciding with their families through Eldersource, right?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
One of the things that people may have is long-term care insurance. And long-term care insurance can pay for places like the Northfield.
That's great.
That's good to know.
And that's a lot of people are getting those policies younger now than they used to.
They are.
Or they're considering it now where they maybe didn't before.
That's right. And some people, I think, forget that the resources that they may have been saving their whole lives can also be used. For some people, that may be a preference maybe that's an option and maybe it's not. But I think we think about our monthly income and sometimes forget that resources can be used to pay for this too.
That's great.
Excellent. Leanne, Gloria, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, coming up next, we're going to be talking to Sarah White, our mindfully frugal mom, about ways to save at the farmer's market.